Hey, Andrew here at Shot 2020 with Ruben at Vortex. We've got a low power variable that I covered in the news, I think it was last week. If you guys aren't watching the news, you're wrong. You should be. It's lovely. This thing's pretty exciting because the magnification range is quite a bit more than we see in a lot of other LPVOs. Walk me through it.
Yeah, so this is the new Razor Gen 3 1 to 10 by 24. Falls in the category of the low variable power optics. So a lot of you are probably familiar with our 1 to 6 by 24 Razor Gen 2. That's a second focal plane optic built on a 30 millimeter tube. That optic has kind of set a lot of standards in terms of field of view, the eye box in sensitivity behind the optic, the eye relief, and stuff like that. So glass quality, clarity, color resolution. The Gen 2 has been a really solid performer for us for about 8 years. Moving forward with an optic that we knew ultimately was going to be the successor to the Gen 2, we wanted to keep those same specifications in field of view, very similar eye relief, and really make sure that this optic has great optical quality, and when you're behind the optic it doesn't feel very sensitive. So we kind of worked backwards from the Gen 2 and those specs, and kind of what we came out with is a 34 millimeter tube version, 10 power erector assembly, and the optic itself is about the same weight as the Gen 2 Razor and exactly the same length. So we're really excited about it. It's built on a first focal plane optic reticle system, so your holds are going to be consistent throughout the entire magnification range, and that's something that's really valuable on an optic that we can start to reach out to really far distances on, maybe like taking an SR25 or an AR10 out to 1,000 or beyond, running that AR15 out beyond 600-700, and so this is something that's been in the works for a while at Vortex, and we're actually really excited about it.
That's pretty sweet. The brightness is substantial. I mean, obviously we're indoors, so I can't tell for sure, but like this looks pretty close to daylight bright. Like, because it's first focal plane and it scales, at 1 power it looks like a really bright reflex.
Yep.
And at 10 power, that little 4 corner.
Yep. We've got kind of like a segmented donut in the middle of the optic.
Yeah. That's indoors here, too much.
Yeah.
You know, like literally you got to turn it down quite a bit to get it where you need it to be.
Yep. Indoors.
Go ahead.
In terms of the illumination, what you're going to see is you're going to see that at 1 power, that's really when we're going to look for that illuminated center dot. That's kind of giving us the speed, the ability to shoot kind of reflexively fast up close and have that heads-up display that our Razor scopes are known for. And then that illumination becomes less critical at high magnification, so that's where you'd probably really want to dial back the illumination, because it does get really bright. You can go, there's 11 brightness settings on this optic. You can get to the point where it's almost too bright.
I love a sight that goes up to 11.
It goes to 11. We didn't make 10 just as bright as 11, because 11's one more.
Right?
One brighter.
It does, the brightness wheel locks, the throw lever. I've handled a lot of LPVOs, and some of them are just way too hard to turn. Some of them start moving on their own if they rub up against something, and this is just right.
Yeah, we worked on kind of the resistance on that magnification ring. We get a lot of feedback from the Gen 2s, and ultimately want to make sure that we did exactly what the customer asked for. A couple other things you're going to notice that the throw lever does come with, the switch view comes with the optic in the box, as does a sunshade, which can be kind of nice for doing the long range shooting on bright sunny days or when the sun's at an inconvenient angle.
Absolutely. When can we buy this?
So these are going to be starting to hit the streets in that March-April timeframe. It's something where you're going to see them start to trickle out, and hopefully we can really keep up with the demand to get those production numbers up where we're keeping up with what customers want. So,
you care to speculate on street prices?
Yeah, so the optic is going to sell within retailers at about $2,000. MSRP is $28.99, and then we've of course got a lot of purchase programs for military law enforcement professionals, and so discount pricing based off of that. So.
Nice. Does it take Glock mags?
Next time you're going to ask me an irrelevant question, try and make it a good one. I'm just kidding.
Okay. I feel bad now.
But yes, it does.
So you're decked out in these fly threads.
Yeah.
And these guys also decked out in these fly threads.
Yeah, the apparel team at Vortex is kind of stepping it up a notch. So you're going to start to see some new shirts, some new shorts, hats, all that stuff. There's a whole new apparel line coming for spring 2020. So keep your eyes out for that. That's some exciting stuff. Yes, absolutely. And they also got this handy dandy little optics chamois built right in.
That's pretty
That's
slick.
a mic drop.
Like that's like the whole thing is a lens cleaning cloth,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Outstanding,
Thanks,
Ruben.
Andrew.
Thank you for your time. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to be at a lot of different booths. Stay tuned. I love you.